Hello, welcome to HealthStyles Market. This is video number 3 on our food intolerance testing and how to make that work in your life and get the most bang for your buck, the most of your money out of the testing that you did. So we're working with the Allotest Wellness Plan. These are your test results. They come in a packet just like this. If you did your homework from video number 2, you'll know that we worked with your food panel. This sheet, the red ones are all the ones that your body is intolerant to at this time. And from there we made a photocopy of your 4-day rotation sheet. I recommended that you use a highlighter on that photocopy, and you're just going to go through each column and highlight the foods that you love. We want to focus on what you love. As you recall from video 2, everything on this printed sheet that came in your test results are foods that were tested out of that panel of 184 foods, and these are the ones that you are safe to eat. They were tested and they're safe for you. So we want to focus on the ones that are the yes and not so much focus on the ones that are the no. So from there, you highlighted your favorites and we started to write them down. And so now your next sheet is going to look like this, your rotated food chart, and this is filled in with all the foods that you love. So using this, we're going to start to create menus. Like, what can I eat? How can we take these random foods and turn them into menus and meals that focus on what you like? So I do want to mention something on the 4-day rotation. As we move into the menu planning and putting these foods together in ways that are appealing and delicious to your taste buds, you can do some trading. And so when we do trading, we do it on your photocopy, on your sheet. And so in this case, I felt like on day 1, I didn't really have a whole lot of great choices that appealed to me in the grains and starches, in the carbs category. So I chose to move rice, which includes all forms of rice. So it's rice, rice flour, rice pasta, and I also went down here, that also means I moved rice milk, and I moved those all over to day 1. And you'll notice there's little arrows here, so they're crossed out on day 2, and then they're added on day 1. So I've got my carbohydrates, it gave me rice flour, and it gave me rice milk. So I made some other changes. I often find that when people get their results back on their 4-day rotation, they don't always have so many common fruits available on day 2. And day 3 and day 4 tend to have more fruits available to them. That's because of food families, and their computer is including food families as to what's safest for you. If your immune system is at crisis level, you maybe don't want to do very much trading. If you're not as ill when you have this testing done, you can do a little bit more trading. So I chose to move raspberries to here. I chose to move both blueberries and apples to day 2, crossed them out on these days and moved them and hand wrote them in. I do that because it makes it easier to put your meals together as to what you like. So what can we do with our rotated food chart? So this is mine, and so here's what we're doing. On this weekly menu plan on day 1, we can have eggs and chicken sausage for breakfast. We can have an orange juice and banana smoothie with rice protein, choosing to have the base of that smoothie be either orange juice or rice milk. Again, we're still on that same list of foods. Chicken salad on cabbage with an orange peanut butter dressing. We can have peanut butter and bananas for a snack in the afternoon. And for supper, we can have stir-fried chicken with celery, broccoli, and kale, and serve it over steamed rice. So those were the foods. So what we had to work with was chicken, eggs, peanut butter as our proteins. Our veggies were broccoli, cabbage, celery, and kale. Our fruits were bananas and oranges. Our grains was rice, nuts was a peanut. Fats and oils were canola oil and peanut oil. Beverages were rice milk and orange juice. And that's how we used those foods and put together menus for day 1. Day 2, our choices are pork, ham, bacon, asparagus, spinach, cucumbers. Fruits are blueberry, coconut, dates, and apples. The grains are oats and millet. Nuts are pine nuts. Fats and oils are olive oil. The beverages are apple juice and coconut milk. And so here's an example of how we can put your menu together for day 2, which is a yellow day. We can have ham and oatmeal with apples, For breakfast, you can have a coconut milk smoothie with blueberries and spinach. Spinach is if you want to turn it into a green smoothie. Lunch is a bacon spinach salad with cucumbers. You could also add pine nuts on that. A snack, you can have apple crisp, or you can have that for dessert, because we can turn oats, we stock oat flour, and using oatmeal and a sweetener, and your apples can turn into a delicious gluten-free apple crisp. Supper, we have pork chops, steamed asparagus, and serve that over steamed millet. Just a little thought on millet. I want to just mention, millet is an alternative grain, especially nice for people that might be sensitive to rice or need another alternative carb. Millet has the taste, flavor of as if you combined rice and corn together. You cook it just like you do rice. You can use it in any recipe as a substitute for rice. It's delicious as a hot cereal for breakfast. It's delicious leftover. It's delicious steamed in place of rice that you can serve any meat, protein, or veggies over it. You can use it in dessert cooking. It's delicious. You'll want to get acquainted. And we sell millet in our gluten-free bulk food department. So what else we do with this? What are we doing with the colors? So I designed this because a lot of my customers that I work with that have chosen to have this done have really severe health issues. Energy is a huge problem for them. They really don't feel very good. Maybe they have foggy thinking, and maybe they have other health issues that all factor into this. And so it's like, how can I make this easy and doable for them? And how can we perhaps put foods together that are going to take you less than 15 minutes? So using this color-coded system, here's some of the places where this comes into play. One is your calendar looks like this, and you really are rotating through, so you're not eating. If you remember, we're not going from eating whatever you ate in the past for breakfast. You're not eating that same thing every single day. It's the 4-day rotation that is going to give you the best results, improve digestion, and improve your health and immune response. So doing the 4-day rotation, this is kind of how your calendar would look, just to remind you what day are we on and what color should I be eating on that day. Your weekly menu and your rotated food chart are also color-coded. Just to remind you, these are the foods on day 1, and of course they'll be repeated on day 5, but whatever you do with that list of foods, this is how we're putting them together on your weekly menu plan. So little stickers like this can come in handy. You buy a pack like this at Office Depot. Let me give you some examples. Here's examples of fruits that we can use as snacks. And so we've just stuck little stickers on. Here's cranberries that you can have. Here's, if those are ones you can have, mango. Day 2, day 3, your apples. Day 4, your raspberries. You're just popping on a little sticker, so when you see those in the pantry, it's easy to focus in. Oh, that's what I can have for a snack. Here's the same concept in nuts that you can have. Day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4. So you're really hungry, you didn't plan ahead, you don't really have anything cooked up, and so here's your snack. Here's your snack. Here's day 4. Here's day 4. You can have raspberries and walnuts as a snack. Makes it fast and easy, whether you're baking or snacking. So another example is, you'll notice at the bottom of our list, you're wanting to have 4 different oils, because yes, we want to rotate each of those things: beverages, fats, oils, nuts, fruits, veggies, carbs, and proteins. So here's another example. These go in your pantry, and there's grapeseed oil, here's an avocado oil, here's a safflower oil with number 3, and here's an olive oil with number 4. So just using this as an example, just because you can have olive oil, we're not going to use olive oil at every meal for every single day. You're rotating your oils just like you are your proteins, your grains, and your veggies and fruits. So another couple fun ideas is, everyone's a little different on how you organize your kitchen. Really inexpensive. You can label boxes. You just grab a box that you have laying around and put a little sticker on it. And is that somewhere that you could put your snacks? This can also, you have to take the flaps off, and you can use it as a container in your freezer, in your refrigerator, in your pantry, in the snack cupboard. This is also a fun idea if we have little children, and it makes it easy for you very quickly they grasp onto this. This is my snack basket, and this is what I can have on day 3 as an example. This is actually something I've used in my pantry. It's been extremely helpful, and I love that grab and go. So you can pop day 2 foods, canned goods, oils, condiments, spaghetti sauce, whatever, and they're already categorized. So it's easy to put a meal together. There's been times where I've come home and I'm so exhausted and I'm kind of fresh out of ideas, but you know you're hungry and you just can't think. And you can pull out ones from your freezer, you can pull out the ones from your pantry, you set them on the counter, you pull out the ones from your refrigerator with their little stickers on, and you just say, what can I do with this? I've got this, this, this. How can I put this together? How can I cook this and make this taste good? And it's amazing how creative you can get when you see what your ingredients are and you're hungry. That's another easy way. You can figure out a lot when you're hungry. These are what I use now in my freezer and my pantry. They're just from Walmart. You can buy really awesome ones at the Container Store, which you can go online and do. And I just love them. And I also have another system where you can label them like this. So here they are labeled with fruit, and here they are labeled with your color coding system for day 1 for your red foods. Whatever works best for you. Like I mentioned, a lot of my customers don't feel good, which is why they're prompted to do this. So I want to just mention another idea that I actually still use after all of these years. And that's that I do what I call power cooking. And some people call it batch cooking, and some people call it meal prep. And I'm going to go into more detail on this in future videos, but just a thought. So I tend to cook 4 main meats on a weekend. I'm using my crock pot and my oven and my stovetop. Again, I personally love recipes that require 15 minutes or less of my hands-on time, and then I want the oven to do the rest, or the crock pot or the stovetop on low. So I may do roast chicken as an example, and instead of doing 2 servings, I might do 8, 10, 12, whatever. I've thought ahead. I've looked at my calendar to see what my schedule is going to include next week, what days are going to be the busiest, what days are going to be the longest, what days I would appreciate the most having food that's pre-cooked and ready for me to just toss together. I have even spent time pre-cooking bacon, which I do in the oven instead of the stovetop. I don't like that greasy mess. And I just love doing it in the oven. Pre-cooking, say, a beef roast. Pre-cooking pork chops, pre-cooking a turkey breast, or ground turkey. There's lots of fun, easy ways for my 4 main meats. And then I'll pre-cook carbohydrates, some millet, some pasta, some potatoes, whatever appeals to you, some rice, and it's amazing. I also pre-wash all my veggies, and some I cook up, like stir-fried cabbage. It's one of my most favorite veggies, and so I'll have that pre-cooked. So now think about it. You come home on Monday night, and it's super easy to put together some pre-cooked chicken and lightly saute that in the oil of the day, and add that pre-cooked cabbage and serve that over rice that's already been steamed. It comes together super easy and fast. It tastes fresh, but the majority of the prep is done on the weekend. So am I spending 12 to 16 hours on my weekend on this? No, I am not. I do pre-wash my veggies. I do pre-wash all the fruits. So everything is handy and ready, whether it's in the refrigerator, the fruit basket, on the counter, or whether it's veggies in the veggie drawer in the refrigerator. I want them prepped. So the cabbage is cut for salads, the kale's washed and cut up or torn to be ready for a kale salad, or to stir-fry kale, or to throw in a smoothie in the morning. I want it fast and easy. I want to put some hands-on time on the weekend, but not a lot. And then I want it fast and easy all during the week. So your homework is to work through your weekly menu plan, having used your foods that you chose. So these are your favorite foods on your rotated food chart. Then from there, you're going to come up with some menu ideas. You're going to consider looking at the foods in your pantry, your freezer, your refrigerator. How can I label them or tag them if that's something you think would be helpful for you and organizing your kitchen? That helps draw your attention to, oh, these are foods I can eat. These are frozen foods, refrigerated foods, pantry foods. These are snacks I can have. Especially in the beginning, this can be really, really a game changer. So your homework then is to work through your weekly menus, try to get some foods for every single day written down, and then start eating those foods in that rotation. I really appreciated all the comments on our Facebook page for HealthStyles Market and also on our videos. Also comments from customers in the store. It's been really fun to hear. And people are admitting that they've had, some people have had the testing done and kind of looked through their packet and went, oh my goodness, and just felt really overwhelmed. And how do you make a 4-day rotation work? Because of course, as we've mentioned, this is the big secret page. This is the secret to success, your 4-day rotation. In our next video, we're going to focus on how to get more organized with the meal planning, and we're going to make some lists up, and we're going to get more organized with that. Please contact our store, HealthStyles Market. We're in Gillette, Wyoming, and Crystal will put below our addresses and our emails. We're happy to get these to you by email or to mail them to you, or stop in our store if you're a customer. And again, let me remind you that I also do personal consultations. If you'll notice, our store motto is positively outstanding, personalized customer service, and we mean that. So that's why we're doing these videos. But we also meet with you one-on-one to help you with whatever health challenge you have at the time. So we're wishing you a wonderful day. Thanks for watching our videos, and we'll look forward to you joining us in video 4. Have a great day.